There is a new plan tonight to save historic Cincinnati homes from the wrecking ball. Local 12's Christian Hauser is in Mount Lookout with the new proposal from City Hall. Christian?
Rob, a lot has changed in the 5 days since we first brought you this story of this house on Grace Avenue in Mount Lookout. There's a new fence and some of the windows have been taken out, but it's not likely to be saved. The permit for demolition still under review. While this house's fate is likely sealed, others may not be so. Karen Robertson's been trying to find a way to save this home. She and her family lived there for 17 years.
It breaks our heart, honestly. It just breaks our heart. Not only because of all the work and effort we put into it, but mostly because of the history of the place.
Mark Morse has lived in Mount Lookout his whole life.
In a lot of cases, the historic homes in the area are being torn down and being replaced by cheaper models.
Morse and his wife have an 8-year-old daughter. He says something needs to be done to preserve the neighborhood.
My biggest fear is that it becomes overdeveloped and that it loses the historic charm. So I want for her what I had growing up.
These families are getting hope from City Hall. The city says it's worried about the impact losing historical homes like this one could have on the area. At Friday's Planning Commission meeting, the city will ask for 2 emergency 90-day measures. The first is for all demolition permits to be reviewed by the Planning Commission. The second would require reviews of any properties being split into smaller lots. Morse says many of the new homes just don't fit in.
It looks like houses that you see out in areas like Westchester, Mason, Liberty Township.
These measures are temporary, but they could be extended up to a year, and they could even bring about some changes to the zoning code. Now, as for this house, it wouldn't fall under any of this because the permits to demolish it have already been pulled. Live in Mount Lookout, Christian Hauser, Local 12 News.
Christian, can you tell me what's different with this proposal with how the city would treat these houses compared to what they do now?
Yeah, essentially, Rob, this is just another layer in this whole process, it's another set of eyes to make sure that what is being done in these historical neighborhoods kind of stays in line with what's being done already. Now, all this demolition, subdividing, that is already reviewed, but this would kind of take a look at it more in the perspective of the whole neighborhood, not just does this meet certain criteria that applies all over.
Christian, thanks for